All right, so font style, bold, italic, uppercase, lowercase, underline, and stripe. So you can adjust the font weight, which is more or less the boldness of it. So you can do bold, bolder, lighter, and then you can also specify it by number. So you can go from 100 to 900. 100 being the lightest means it'll be thinner than by default, while 900 will be as bold as it gets, okay? There's also normal, which is just an off switch. So a lot of times you'll see normal or hidden or something like that. And that usually just means that if there's some other CSS applying to everything, you can turn it off with that specific element. For the most part, you're probably better off using the numbers than you are using the words here. Okay, so but you can see by just putting bold, I can put bold on this, and then it becomes bold. Makes sense, right? Font style, we have normal, italic, and oblique. So oblique means it's a slant. Italic means it has a slight kind of calligraphy feel to it. Okay, I know it's kind of confusing, but this will just be purely slanted. Well, this will have a little bit more of a swishiness to it. You probably can use either one. You'll probably be fine. Okay, so you can see example here. Text transform, for the most part, I would stay away from that. What that's going to do is it will automatically uppercase or lowercase or capitalize. So if I do text transform and then we put uppercase, even though if you look, see how this is all written, it's one uppercase and lowercase, it'll take all of it and make the whole thing uppercase, which you do not want to do. That's bad. And you could possibly do it lowercase, but you could also just literally write your text lowercase. And there's also capitalize, which will just do the first letter. But again, that's not really necessary. Just write your text with the first letter being capital. So probably don't really need that one. Text decoration, this can be useful. So there's none, underline, overline, line through, and blink. You don't want to use blink because it's not ADA compliant. It'll be visually difficult to see. So most of the time, stay away from that. You don't want to bother people with that. Line through is just literally going to put a line across it. Overline will obviously be over it. Underline will be like you see here where it has an underline. And then there's none. So the reason why there's none, it's like what I was saying before, where like if it has it by default, you can take it off. This is super useful I have it right here. Super useful to remove underneath the links. So you know when you make a hyperlink, the default HTML makes it have an underline. Well, most links that you probably see now, right, if you look at the menu of my site, it doesn't have an underline. So there's CSS that just says none, that says text decoration none, and it removes the underline. So that is actually somewhat useful.